There comes a moment in your life when you must decide, will I react like everybody else, or will I rise like the person I was born to be? Because reaction is easy. It's the first emotion. It's the quick word, the fired up text, the clap back comment. That's reaction. But rising. Oh, rising takes discipline. Rising takes vision. Rising takes knowing who you are and whose you are. Let me tell you something. Calm is not weakness. Don't let the world fool you. Calm is focus. Calm is grace under fire. Calm is when you've been provoked, poked, lied on, doubted, and still. You don't move out of character. Why? Because your character is more valuable than their chaos. You've got to reach the point where your peace is too expensive to sell for pennies. I don't care what they said. I don't care who walked away. I don't care how loud the storm is. Stay unbothered because your destiny is too big to be distracted. Sometimes you have to remind yourself, I am not here to win arguments. I'm here to win in life, and life will test you. Life will press you. Life will press you. Life will bring people who want to pull you back into the old version of yourself. But don't go. Don't open the door. Don't send a message. Don't react, rise. See, elevation requires separation. You can't fly high holding on to low places. And every time you choose calm, every time you stay focused, every time you walk away from foolishness, you rise. Unbothered doesn't mean you're blind. It doesn't mean you're numb. It means you've matured past the noise. It means you've realized your assignment is too important to be shaken by shadows. The enemy doesn't care about your past. He's scared of your future. That's why the attacks come, but you don't have to answer everyone. So today, I challenge you, be still in your spirit. Be firm in your faith. Be unshaken in your purpose. When they expect a reaction, give them silence. When they push for drama, walk in peace. When they try to pull you down, rise. Because this season isn't about proving a point, it's about reaching your promise. Don't react. Rise. Stay calm. Stay unbothered. And keep moving forward. Reaction is natural. It's the immediate instinct, the reflex that kicks in when life throws something unexpected your way. It's raw, unfiltered, and often impulsive. When someone says something that cuts deep, the urge to fire back rises without hesitation. When a door closes unexpectedly or a betrayal blindsides you, reaction stands ready, fueled by emotion, powered by the need to defend, explain, or retaliate. It's in our biology. It's what the flesh wants. To react is human. But what sets apart the ordinary from the extraordinary is not who can react the loudest, but who can rise the highest. Rising requires something beyond instinct. It demands a deeper reservoir of strength, one that doesn't rely on the emotion of the moment, but on the foundation of identity, purpose, and discipline. Anyone can react, but rising is a choice. A conscious decision to pause, to reflect, to choose growth over gratification. It's easy to clap back. It's easy to make your pain known, but rising says, I'm not going to give this moment the power to define me. Rising understands that your future is bigger than your feelings. Most people never get to their next level because they keep getting trapped in the reactions of the now. Every insult, every disappointment, every detour becomes a moment to lash out or shut down. But you weren't built just to survive life's blows. You were built to rise above them. Rising means recognizing that you can feel the fire without letting it burn your character. You can be aware of the storm without losing your center. It means carrying your peace into chaotic places, not letting the chaos carry you. When you operate from reaction, you give control to the situation. You hand over the keys to your joy, your energy, your focus. But when you rise, you stay in the driver's seat. They've seen what happens when you respond out of emotion and regret it later. So now they breathe, they pause, they pray, they listen to what isn't being said. They pay attention to what really matters. Calm is leadership over self. It's when you've come to a place where your identity is no longer tied to outcomes, to opinions, to chaos. You don't need to win every exchange. You don't need to defend your every move. You just move with intention. You walk with clarity. You carry yourself with the quiet confidence of someone who has been through storms before and knows they'll make it through again. Elevation requires separation. It's one of the hardest truths to accept, especially when your heart is loyal but your future is calling. There are some places you cannot go until you're willing to let go. Not because people are bad or moments are meaningless, but because the weight of what you're carrying cannot rise if it's chained to what you've outgrown. Growth always demands space. And space isn't just physical, it's emotional, mental, spiritual. It's the decision to disconnect from environments that feed your fear, from conversations that stir up your anxiety, from habits that hinder your healing. If you want to rise, you've got to release. There's a version of you that was built for where you've been, but there's another version of you being developed for where you're going. The tension between those two versions is the space of separation. It's uncomfortable, it's lonely, it's quiet, but it's necessary. Because you can't become new while clinging to the familiar. Elevation doesn't happen in comfort zones. It happens in the stretch, in the letting go, and the uncomfortable moments where you're not sure what's next, but you know what can't stay. You begin to realize that peace is more important than popularity. Purpose is greater than proximity, and destiny is more urgent than emotional attachments. Sometimes God will isolate you not to punish you, but to prepare you. He'll pull you back not because you failed, but because he's refining your focus. You'll look around and wonder why certain people walked away or why doors shut without warning. But what feels like rejection is often redirection. What feels like loss is actually pruning. That's it. And pruning always comes before elevation. You can't take everybody with you. Not because they're not good, but because they're not called to your next level. Some people are seasonal scaffolding. They helped you build, but they're not meant to stay once the structure stands. Separation doesn't always come with explanation. You won't always get closure. You won't always understand why someone who once felt like you're forever suddenly disappears. But that's the thing about elevation. It makes room by force when you don't make room by choice. If you keep holding on to what no longer aligns with your assignment, you'll delay your own breakthrough. You'll sabotage your own rise. You have to be okay with the quiet seasons. You have to be okay with the shift. You have to be okay with becoming someone your old circle won't recognize. Elevation isn't just about rising above others. It's about rising above the limitations you placed on yourself. And sometimes that means separating from your own habits, your own thinking, your own excuses. You've got to shed the skin of who you used to be in order to embrace the strength of who you're becoming. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes it's a slow drift. You start to see things differently. You outgrow the conversations. You lose interest in the things that used to excite you. That's not a crisis, it's clarity. That's growth telling you it's time to level up. Separation is not bitterness. It's not arrogance. It's alignment. It's alignment. It's saying, I love you, but I can't stay here. It's saying, I know where I've been, but I'm reaching for more. You don't have to apologize for choosing yourself. You don't have to explain your silence. You just have to trust that the higher you go, the lighter you must become. Peace is a weapon. It may not look like one. It may not sound like one. But in a world full of noise, conflict, chaos, and distraction, peace is one of the most powerful forces you can possess. It disarms confusion. It shuts down fear. It calms storms, not just around you, but within you. Peace isn't just a feeling, it's a posture. It's a position of strength that says, I refuse to let the circumstances outside of me dictate the condition inside of me. It's a bold stand against everything trying to pull you into reaction, offense, worry, and anxiety. When you walk in peace, you walk in power. Real peace isn't fragile. It's not timid. It's fierce. It's intentional. It's a choice you make over and over again to protect your mind, to guard your heart, to stay grounded when everything around you is spinning. Peace doesn't come from avoiding problems. It comes from knowing who you are in the middle of them. It's the confidence that no matter what happens, you won't be shaken, you won't be moved, and you won't be pulled out of position. Peace doesn't mean you don't feel pressure. It means you know how to handle pressure without losing yourself in the process. Peace is not the absence of battle. It's how you win the battle. It's what keeps you clear when confusion tries to cloud your judgment. It's what keeps you still when fear tries to push you into panic. It's what gives you vision when everything looks uncertain. And the more peace you carry, the more dangerous you become to anything trying to disrupt your purpose. Because people can't manipulate you when you have peace. The enemy can't provoke you when you have peace. Drama can't distract you when you have peace. Peace is your shield. Peace is your defense. Peace is your strategy. The world will try to convince you that being loud, aggressive, confrontational, and always reactive is strength. But real strength is the ability to be calm when you could be chaotic. It's the maturity to be silent when you could be petty. It's the discernment to walk away when you could start a war.
Mm.
Peace says, I've got nothing to prove. Peace says, my energy is too expensive for foolishness. Peace says, I've got a destiny to fulfill and I won't be delayed by distractions. You don't have to swing at everything. You don't have to respond to everyone. Sometimes the most powerful move is to stay in your peace and let the storm wear itself out. People who walk in peace are not weak. They're wise. They've learned that you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. They've learned that not everything deserves access to their attention. They've learned that inner stability is more valuable than outer validation. They don't fight to be right. They fight to stay in alignment. They protect their peace the way a soldier protects their weapon because they know battles are coming, and peace is their advantage. Peace is a spiritual posture, but it shows up in practical ways. It's how you respond to criticism. It's how you navigate rejection. It's how you walk through uncertainty. It's how you lead, how you speak, how you decide. And when you've made peace a priority, you stop allowing chaos to be your companion. You make better decisions, you carry more grace, you experience more clarity. You stop living in reaction mode and start living with purpose and direction. Unbothered doesn't mean unaware. It means you've trained yourself to respond with wisdom instead of emotion. It means you've matured to a place where your peace is no longer held hostage by outside noise. You see the shade being thrown, you notice the subtle jabs, the backhanded compliments, the distance in relationships that used to be close. You feel the tension, the misunderstanding, the moments where you could easily get pulled into the drama. But instead of reacting, instead of allowing it to change your energy, you stay centered, you stay still, you stay unbothered. You've come to realize that not every situation requires your reaction. Not every battle is yours to fight. Not every comment deserves a reply. There's a quiet confidence in being able to observe without being disturbed. To see what's meant to distract you and decide, I'm not giving this my time, my thoughts, or my peace. Being unbothered is not the absence of awareness, it's the presence of control. You're not checked out, you're checked into your purpose. You're locked into your calling, you're tuned into what actually matters. And because of that, you can no longer afford to spend your energy on what doesn't. When you choose to stay unbothered, you are not saying you're better than anyone. You're saying you've got better things to focus on. You're saying your future is louder than their opinions. You're saying your purpose weighs more than their criticism. People will try to bait you into old arguments. They'll try to press your buttons and drag you into their level of dysfunction. But you don't live there anymore. You've graduated from the need to defend yourself every time someone misunderstands you. You've outgrown the constant need for validation. You've learned how to let people think what they want without it disturbing your peace. Being unbothered is also a form of protection. It's a boundary. It's knowing that if you let every offense in, if you entertain every insult, you'll drain yourself before you reach your next level. So you pick your battles carefully. You guard your energy. You protect your focus. Because you're not trying to win temporary arguments. You're working on a permanent legacy. And legacy requires you to stay planted when the wind starts to blow. Legacy demands that you don't let every storm shift your posture. You've got work to do. You've got people to impact. You've got gifts to cultivate, and that's why you stay unbothered. You've learned how to carry awareness without anxiety. You can see who's real and who's not. Still walk in love. You can discern dishonor and still choose dignity. You can hear the gossip, feel the tension, and sense the shift and still choose to remain focused. That's what being unbothered looks like. It's not coldness, it's control. It's not indifference, it's intention. It's walking through the noise with your eyes wide open and your spirit undisturbed. It's knowing the enemy wants to distract you with things that look like they matter, but have no power over your destiny. So while others are getting caught up in who said what, while they're wasting their breath defending their every move, you're building. You're healing, you're growing. You're preparing for something greater because you've decided that your peace is worth more than their pettiness. You've decided that the strength it takes to stay unbothered is greater than the momentary satisfaction of a clapback. You've decided that you will no longer be moved by minor things when you are called to major purpose. Staying grounded is the secret to not losing yourself in seasons of pressure, pain, or promotion. Life will elevate you, challenge you, test you, stretch you, and sometimes shake you. But if you are not grounded, you'll find yourself drifting with every wave that comes your way. Being grounded doesn't mean life is perfect or easy. It means your foundation is strong. It means your identity is rooted in something deeper than likes, opinions, applause, or validation. It means you've done the inner work so that what happens around you doesn't destroy what's happening within you. When you're grounded, you don't chase every opportunity, you discern. You don't jump at every invitation. You evaluate. You're not swayed by emotion. You're led by intention. A grounded person knows how to sit still when others are panicking. They know how to hold their position when others are shifting. And when chaos erupts, when people start changing, when plans fall apart, the grounded stay centered. They don't deny the reality around them, but they also don't let it define their peace. Being grounded is spiritual stability. It's the kind of maturity that doesn't need external confirmation to stay the course. It's when your roots go deep enough that even when the wind comes, you don't break, you bend, and you bounce back stronger. You stay grounded by staying connected to your values, to your purpose, to your source. You have to know who you are so that when things don't go your way, you don't forget your worth. Life has a way of humbling the proud and elevating the humble. And if you are not grounded, success will make you arrogant or failure will make you bitter. But when you are grounded, you understand that your identity is not based on highs or lows. It's based on calling. It's based on conviction. It's based on the truth you've built your life on, not the circumstances that try to shake it. Being grounded protects you from becoming reactive. It keeps you from losing perspective. It helps you maintain character even when your circumstances are trying to crush you. A grounded person can walk into rooms where they're overlooked and still stand tall. They can receive praise without getting puffed up and handle criticism without falling apart. They don't let the applause inflate their ego or let rejection destroy their confidence. They've learned how to anchor themselves in what doesn't change so that they can navigate what does. Grounded people understand the power of consistency. They know that what you do daily shapes who you become permanently. So they build habits that nourish their soul. They practice disciplines that develop resilience. They choose environments that support their stability. They are intentional about what they feed their minds, how they steward their time, and who they allow into their space, because they know that even small compromises can shake a foundation if you're not careful. They guard their ground, they protect their peace, they cultivate clarity, and they don't give access to chaos. You don't get grounded by accident. You get grounded by choice. It's a daily decision to align your life with truth over trends, with wisdom over impulse, with integrity over image. And when you live grounded, you live free. You're not tossed around by the emotions of the day or the distractions of the moment. You show up steady, you lead with intention, you speak with clarity, you move with purpose. And even when the storm comes, even when the winds rise, you remain unmoved because your roots go deep and your foundation is unshakable. In a world constantly pulling you to react, to prove, to defend, to explain, your greatest power is found in your ability to rise above it all, calm, grounded, and unbothered. You are not here to be tossed by every opinion, derailed by every distraction, or broken by every challenge. You are here to walk in power, to live in peace, and to move with purpose. You don't have to lower yourself to meet chaos. You were built to stand above it, so stay focused. Stay centered. Let the noise pass. Let the pressure refine you. And no matter what comes, don't react, rise.